Alright, here I am. It's Thursday the 21st of November. I'm in Laredo. This place that I'm supposed to deliver to is like less than half a mile away. I ran 1,400 miles from the pickup in Coachella in California. I had done a deadhead of about 80-90 miles out of that last finished trip at San Bernardino over to Coachella before I picked up. So really I've done about 1,450 miles total. So tired. I had adequate time. I didn't sleep well last night. A lot of stuff going on in my head. Try to pull this stuff out of the brain and relate what's going on. Got here last night, that new little secret rediscovered spot, about a couple, 2 or 3 miles up the road. Short trip over here this morning to see what's going on with these guys. Long story short, so picked up on November the 18th, Monday. Sorry, that last video said it was the 18th Tuesday. It was Monday I picked up on the 18th. It's now the 21st. Because of the 90 mile deadhead and then the 1375 odd miles, like 1450 total. I mean, really on the clock, actually on the run, the 1,400 odd miles. Here's the deal, right? A couple of weeks ago, he gets the truck in to the dealer and then he hauls me into the office and he shows me the logs on the screen. He's got this big super screen. He shows me the logs and he shows me what one of his super truckers does, you know. And he's always like, you have to do the 10 hour, you have to do the 11 hour. And then he's like, look at this guy, like he runs for like 5 hours straight. And I'm thinking, what? So he doesn't have a piss the whole freaking time? Or like, I guess maybe he pees in a bottle, like the last short company I worked for in Texas. They had him on videos for peeing in bottles. So this is what people resort to. I'm talking about while holding the steering wheel, okay, while driving a big truck. So, and then he shows me this. He did 5 hours straight. He did 4 hours straight. You know, you have to do 10 hour shutdown. You have to drive 11 hour. You can do 770 miles in a shift. 770 miles, right, in a shift. Never seen that in my freaking life. As you've seen in my earlier videos, I've done like 711 in one shift. Oh, not bloody bad actually. You do 770 miles. Like drive until you crash enterprises, I guess. Anyway, all this is weighing on my mind, right? Because these trips, a run out and a run back, the classic idea is got the 3 shifts, right? Roughly like order of 600 miles each, 800 miles total. But obviously more 770 is what he's talking about. I haven't been able to achieve that yet, seriously. I think I'm rambling a little bit, but I think a lot of this is important because this is all the stuff been jangling around in my brain. So I do the 90 mile deadhead. I pick up these dice dates at Coachella. I start running. Yeah, here's the deal. Immediately, right? This is a thing to do with sleep deprivation, fatigue, danger, right? Driving on the road. So I had literally been up since 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning, getting ready because they told me they had a 6 a.m. appointment in San Bernardino. Turns out it was bloody 8 o'clock. I put that all in the last video for the completion of that trip. Then it was like bloody well after 12 by the time I was out of there, like 12:30 by the time he deadheaded me to Coachella to pick up the dates. I went into, on the first video of that, I went into like what I was doing there, and it was like 5:30, the girl was calling me into the office because she wanted to go. Sign the paperwork before I was finished loading. I was the last one there, and they're coming out. It's all dark. It's just before they shut the gate. They let me go. So 6 o'clock, literally, by the time I was sealed up with a load and ready to go. So I'd been up since 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Now it's 6 o'clock at night. And you think about this, okay? Over 12 hours you've been up. And then the stuff starts jangling around in my brain. Well, what am I going to do? So I start driving. You have to drive 11 hours. That's what's going through my mind. Well, I've done like bloody hour and a half, pushing 2 with the pre-trip, on duty, whatever. So I've only got like 9 hours anyway. Or can I drive like 9 hours, right? So I drove like 6 hours to my shutdown at Marana. And then I thought, well, do I keep going? Do I keep going? Do I keep going? I shut down. At that point, I was thinking, I had 3 hours left on my drive clock, because the way this guy rolls, you know, like laser, like rolls, okay? I actually was supposed to have 11 hours on my clock when I started from Coachella, when I pulled out from the dock there with the dates. So I'm coming up from Marana, so Fave's shut down, the Walmart, all that. I like being there, and I can shop, get a lot of stuff. It's a better Walmart. And it's a good kind of, you know, waypoint for a go again. I'm looking at my clock and I'm thinking, I could drive another 3 hours. Yeah, I could kill myself, right? I haven't got the fatigue signs yet, like the coughing and stuff, but I can tell I'm really tired. I'm at Marana, right? It's bloody like 6 hours from 6 o'clock. It's pushing bloody midnight Pacific time. I think it was almost 1 o'clock local time in Arizona at Marana. So just before I got there, I'm thinking, you could drive 770. So remember this, right? 90-mile deadhead, up since 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock, actual freaking appointment, actual freaking work time. Not really work time because of the way this guy rolls, like laser, okay? Up 12 hours, drive 6 hours. It's all jangling around in my brain before I get to Marana. I'm fucked. So 3 hours left on the clock. I can't do another 3 hours, you know? My mentor taught me very, very well when we were 10 months in a truck together 7 years ago. Not my trainer, like, not that idiot. My mentor, my co-driver, 25 years experience. So I've learned a lot. So there's no way I'm going to do it. So I'm thinking, like, if I kill myself, I could push over 700, like that 1375, right, is the roll to this. Because these are supposed to be 3 days, but this trip is a impromptu kind of a trip, like out of San Bernardino to, like, border dash to Laredo. So I'm thinking, what does he want me to do? I'm trying to second guess it. What does he want? He thinks I'm going to do over 700 once, over 700 twice, make it in 2 days, okay? And I'm getting almost to Marana. I'm like, okay, look, fuck it. You're just going to have to fire me, dude, because I'm going to have to do this in 3 days. And here's the other thing, okay? Again, related to the end of the last trip where I was talking about the broker, the middleman appointments on the both ends of the thing. Oh my God. I was originally supposed to pick up about 1:30. I was there like after 2. Not out of there till 6. But the bloody thing says 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning here in Laredo, which, by the way, you lose 2 hours when you run across the interstate from California to Texas. So that kills you as well. So I'm thinking about, you have to run 10 hours, you have to have 11 hours, you do 770 like the super trucker who doesn't piss while he drives. I'm thinking the bugger expects me to just run this in 2 days. So I get to Marana and say, fuck it, I'm fired. If you're going to fire me, you're going to fire me. I haven't had any communication from him all night. Nothing on Monday night. I get up, I have a pretty steady day on Tuesday, and I run all the way into that nice little back lot, Fort Stockton and Walmart. About another 570 miles. Because by this time I'm thinking, well, fuck it. It doesn't matter whether I do 700 miles or not, because I'm already late. I'm a day late. Instead of Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock, well, I just have to shoot for Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. Nothing from him. All day. No texts, no calls. Why did you stop for a coffee for fucking 10 minutes? Any of this shit, like micromanaging crap he puts at me all the time. When I first started, more. Anyway, so then I wake up Fort Stockton on Wednesday, and I've got like about 350 miles to go. Okay, well, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning Wednesday. The 8 o'clock appointment from the broker has gone. Right? Nothing from me. No calls, no nothing. Go to get fuel. Takes a little longer at the fuel stop because, of course, everybody wants to take their breaks in the fuel aisles. Trucking, I got to tell you about all of that. So I run, and that's the rough part from the 10, 287, and all that south border hugging road down into Laredo. It's a lot slower. So it takes me a lot longer. 370 odd miles, a lot longer than the 6 hours to get down here. And then I sleep at that new rediscovered little spot last night. Pretty cool. And I'll get up in the morning. Maybe he'll call me in the morning and say, you empty yet? Nothing. Since bloody Monday when he set me up for the load. And the only thing he bugged me about was whether they'd check me in. I haven't had any calls, any texts, any communication from this bugger for 3 days. And I'm thinking like a Western guy would go, Gregory, don't worry about it. I know it's a little bit unreasonable. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? So, don't do 3 days. Just do two days. We'll work it out. We'll reschedule it. Okay. So I get here this morning. I go over to the place. Like about half a mile away, and they tell me there's been miscommunication with the broker. I'm already a day late. I think it's got something to do with that. But they tell me, look, the way this thing is, we don't have an empty for you. And I said, what? This trailer is loaded. I can't just swap it like a regular drop and hook. I'm confused. I'm tired. I'm like, I've already got to get into this tight yard and go and check into with these people. And they said, no, we don't have an empty reefer to do this with. I said, oh, so you want me to do a transload here? They said, yeah. Basically, I'm supposed to wait until they have an empty reefer because I've got to keep my reefer all the time. It's our reefer. I'm supposed to go over there and have them swap the stuff from our reefer to their reefer on the dock. That's what happened with that flea market in San Antonio when the last trip botched up outbound. So this one, they're saying it's a miscommunication with the broker. Not, I thought, because of the appointment time, which I missed, which no one's bothered to freaking text me or call me about. But because it's a bloody translate. So again, like this secret freaking knowledge from the Templars from the ages that these brokers know. They don't fucking tell us shit. Okay? So you go over, go shopping, take a nap, whatever. We'll call you. Well, how long's it going to be before you get a reefer for the translate? They said 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 day, 2 days. They don't fucking know. Okay, so I sent a huge long text message explaining this on detail to my boss this morning. Nothing. I've been here for about half an hour. Yeah, about half an hour since I sent in the message. Nothing at all. So 3 days to do this. Reasonable because it was never going to make it in 2. But now I'm looking at, I don't know what the layover is. I don't know what the layover is going to bloody be. It's Thursday. A lot of these buggers were produce and you only work through the week. So if this is not done tomorrow, geez, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. I don't know. I'm waiting for this guy to call me and abuse me and say I'm on his day late. that I was a day late, and that's what the miscommunication's about. But I haven't had any communication from him for 3 days. I don't know what the hell's going on. Whether he just threw this load at me as like, I'm a junior and not the senior, and I get the shitty loads, which has got the super surprises in there. And he doesn't give a fuck. Like all these other loads he gives a fuck about, he's like on me like, you had to get the Bluetooth so I can tell when you go take a dump. You know, I'm being sarcastic, but this is the level of micromanagement. This one is like there's nothing at all. And in the industry, they're always going on. I remember my last big company. I was in their driver lounge, and I was listening to some of the dispatchers talk. And the dispatchers, this is like 2 years ago, they said, yeah, they don't communicate. They never communicate. But the problem is that the dispatchers harass you to death. So other drivers just stopped. I started driving nights and sleeping through the daytime and saying I had problems. I wasn't good with my phone because I just didn't want to be fucking harassed to death. And I basically kind of trained them after a while. But then when this big carrier company, when something really needed to happen, like they screwed up at the shipper or the receiver, like this load, except my loads were drop and hook, and I had to get something organised, then you couldn't get through to these guys. Oh, they took forever and they palmed it off to this guy and that guy and that guy, and it was like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. So the communication level on their part was egregiously inept. Okay? So this guy, like, he starts me, you got to communicate, now you got to have a Bluetooth so, you know, I can tell when you're having a pedal. Whatever, man. I mean, I don't set my logs when I pull over to pee in a can because I don't want him to know that I went off duty. And I got to do it fast because the damn thing flicks, and then it goes, well, you're driving or not, and I have a suspicion that when it flicks like that, and if you say, oh yeah, I'm still driving, but I'm really actually having a pee, then on his little monitoring system, somehow or other he knows what's going on. So I do this crap real quick. So yesterday, I was like, we're looking at the wrong log there, but yesterday, I had like about 7 hours straight. Maybe I had 4 Ps, but it never registered. And this is what I think was going on with this 770-miler super trucker guy that was driving 5 hours without a P. I think he was pulling over, taking his 3 minutes to pee outside the truck, and jumping back in here, you know, before the thing flicked on the log and said, you know, you driving or not, and gone again before it was recorded. I mean, it's so much stupidity anyway. This goes from way back my mentor. Like, why would you even do that and just tell the government when you're taking a fucking piss? But of course, with this guy, you have to save time. So literally like 3 minutes pissing, if it's still recorded as you're sitting there driving, like you literally, like there's a nuclear bomb gonna fall because he doesn't have that level of time. And you've seen some of my logs, like 5 minutes, 3 minutes where I've got to a shutdown. But I don't roll that way. I'm rolling tight to suit what he wants and suit the loads. But I don't roll and go off duty every 2 seconds that I do something. If I lose minutes, I lose minutes. You got to be practical, right? I mean, the whole thing's unrealistic in the first place. So this is where I'm at. I mean, I'm tired. Okay, so far I haven't lost any time. I lost a crap load of time on that last trip till I got to San Bernardino, 10 and a half days, right, for a week's work. But now here I am again, you know, going down that lonely road. Mr. Coverdale. Here I am again. So I just get out and stop bitching now. I'm basically saying I've got a layover. I don't know whether to go in the sleeper berth or not. I probably will after an hour or so because I'm tired. Like, as I said, the stuff was jangling all around my head last night. Like, why isn't this bugger communicating? And he's still not communicating after I told him the status, told him what's going on. So I found this little spot. It's like a dodgy ass little spot that's just like not too far up the road from the place for whenever they call me, right? So I'll just get out and I'll just show you what the spot is. As I said, it's just up the road. So You know, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's right here. And then, up here. Shit. It's right on this little corner. There's a major carrier up in here. You get past this tree. And there you go, that's their entrance. That's them. And it's like a little turnaround, so that's cool. I come up here, turn around, park, but I'm like literally right on the edge. Okay? Literally right on the edge. So, I mean, there's plenty of room. They can squeeze through. There's like there's almost 8 paces, and I usually walk about 3.5 paces for the width of my truck and trailer. So one truck goes through, waits, the other truck goes through. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm stalled, and I got all those worries, right? I got those damn worries. I mean, this is the deal. I mean, I'm just gonna sit and wait, and no bloody communication. I'm wait to see if I'm gonna get blamed for this, or wait to see how long I'm gonna damn well get held over. I'm lucky I'm smart. A couple of places like Marana, 4 stops, and I really stocked up. This is the deal in trucking, right? You never know. You never know when this crap's gonna go down. So last thing you want is to be in a bad place. That's not a good place to shut down if you have to hang out for a while. And be out the fuck of shit. So you got no food, like I'm a clean freak, so no wipies, no napkins, stay clean or whatever. No way to take a dump in the truck, you know, like just totally miserable and screwed up. So that's the only small joy is that I'm set. I can just wait this out. But again, I mean, campers not camping really well.